Hey guys, just decided to do a follow-up video here on the two new tractors that came in yesterday. This one here that I referred to as the ugly. It's raining here again, get the other tree covered, did not get the garden in. Did my homework overnight, did a lot of research online on these two tractors, and I was incredibly pleased to find what I found. And I thought I'd share this with you. Turns out that they're quite defined here in these two tractors, incredibly so. Both of these tractors, original tags on them, David Bradley, 9175751. Hey, David Bradley, guys, that should certainly mean something out there. These are the original model David Bradley tractors, walk-behind tractors of this style ever made and sold by Sears. Very first. And there's plenty of things to prove the point, other than the fact that both of them do have the original tags riveted on. Okay? And so here we go with a little few items here. First off, the engine, obviously, right? The engine, the original engine tag, which it was hanging off. I snapped it off and cleaned it up so I could read it properly. The engine is a Briggs 306126, a Briggs End engine, 306126, 1.5 horsepower. Very first engine ever used on these tractors. A little later they used a 1.6, which was a Model 6. This is a Model N. Okay, and one thing distinctive about this engine, also used on the DBs anyway, is that pulley there. See that pulley there? There's two V slots and then a flat section in the middle. Okay, and that's exactly what it called for. You can check all this information online on the DB sites. You'll see the steel pulley. Later they went to aluminum pulley. Obviously you can see why. See what happened to these steel pulleys. That thing is frozen solid on there. It's a total piece of junk. Alright, so that's one thing right there with the engine. Okay, aside from obviously the plate, which confirms what I said it was. Alright, so that's one thing with the engine, and while I'm right here in front of us, I'm going to show you right here the attachment mounts. See this slot here? It's a straight slot. Okay, the other one has the angle, the back one. Front one. The front slots that are straight. That's a telltale sign of this particular tractor. Right, the first one made. Later they went to the angles on both front and back. Alright, that's a telltale sign right there. Also on the other side over here, you can see this piece of, it almost looks like a rebar, but it's not, right here when I'm pointing. It's a straight rod that's bolted to the tranny and bolted up here to the engine mount to support the engine. Okay, these are the only tractors that had this. No other ones, no other David Bradleys had that at all. Okay, and everything I'm saying here, both of these tractors have. Every single thing I'm going on over, both of these tractors have. Right? The wheels, alright, very distinguished. Alright, they call them flat rims. Alright, solid flat rims. 5 holes for the lugs. Studs, only use 3. And also, those are not regular studs. Those are bolts and nuts. Bolts coming through from the other side with nuts on them. Not regular studs. Those 6 holes on the outer rim, part of the rim, those are evenly spaced. Those are for wheel weights. Only 2 of the holes are used. You can mount the wheel weights to any 2 holes. Alright? No slots, no nothing. Solid flat rims. Very distinguished. The tires are Sears All-State Nubby tires. 616s. Alright? These are all distinguishing points about these tractors. And this other one I can show you underneath here is the T-hitch mount, which is, again, into the slot over here, that only used on these tractors. Alright, the rear bale hitch cradle was an additional thing you had to buy and add on later. On later models that became a regular thing, and this T-hitch was removed. Alright, so that T-hitch is something else. Distinguishes this. Alright, the other ones did not have that T-hitch underneath there. Alright, that's just another small thing. Alright, I knew with this tractor over here, when I seen that reverse, something was different about that reverse setup in there. It was different than the one on my 55. And it's just an earlier version of the reverse option that was sold that you could add to your tractor. And somebody added it to this tractor, obviously. Alright, trying to think if I'm leaving out anything else here that I can show you to point out what this tractor is, but there is plenty of evidence here. Aside from the tags, obviously, there are plenty of evidence here to prove my point. These tractors are original 1946. 1946, man. Come on. That's, what is that? 65 years old? 65 years old. I mean, obviously the tires in that other one might have been changed, well, they are 616s nubbies, but they were probably changed. These are the original nubbies. There's a distinguished look to them. Look to those tires. Those ones, obviously, there were new ones put on there, but it's just incredible, man. I'm telling you, it's incredible. 1946, and now having discovered this history, I'm really pretty hell-bent on trying to bring them both back to life. I was going to combine the two of them, bring one back to life possibly, and the other one, I don't know, just make a lawnmower out of it or something, but hell no. I feel obligated to bring these two tractors back to life somehow, some way. 1946 to 1949. These tractors were made by David Bradley, sold by Sears. Alright, 46 to 49. And pretty incredible, man, I tell you. Pays to do your homework. You never know what you're going to find out. You know, I really had no idea. When I seen the reverse on this, and those tires looking so good, I didn't give a second thought to it. You know, I did not notice the rims. I did not notice the engine. Was familiar with that engine at all, and those slots in the front there. Like I said, that piece of rebar, I'm calling it rebar. This is what it looks like to me, this piece here. Exactly the way it was, straight rounded stock, bolted to the training and bolted up to the engine plate. It's actually not bolted, it's actually attached to that. Yeah, it is bolted, I'm sorry, it is. It is bolted. Right there, there's the nut. It is bolted. That was an engine support piece. That was later eliminated. So, those things, a lot of indisputable information here. Thought you guys would be interested in finding out what I found out, that these two junkers here that was certainly undoubtedly headed to the crusher. Thank goodness my buddy Russ picked them up, brought them over here, and hopefully we're going to salvage them. Alright, so appreciate you watching, guys, and I'll give you updates as we go along. I really very pleased with these now. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. Book 'em, Daniel.